Welcome. Thank you, Sean.
Can you tell us what brings you to Port Charles, Mr. Cassidine?
Please, gentlemen, Mr. Cassidine's had a terribly long flight from South America.
Is it business or pleasure, Mr. Cassidine? Are any of your other family members going to be coming into town?
I'm alone, and my purpose is both business and pleasure.
I'm sorry about this, Dmitri, but whenever a Cassidine visits Port Charles, it's always news.
It's quite all right, John.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. Thank you very much, but would you excuse us now, please?
I'm not used to this celebrity, but I'm flattered.
The press was not here on your benefit, my friend.
For the Quartermaines.
Who else?
Morning, Father.
Morning.
Any news in the paper about Cassidine?
Good Lord, man, I just picked it up. Give me a chance to look at it. Oh, here it is on the society page. International business sign Dmitri Cassidine is jetting in from Sao Paulo, Brazil this morning, which could mean big excitement for local businessmen. Where there's a Cassidine, isn't there always a big business deal not far behind?
So, Jimmy Lee was right.
Yep, there it is in black and white. You can bet Donnelly met him at the airport, too.
Cassidine sneaking into Port Charles to connive with Donnelly.
Well, they'd hardly call it sneaking with an article like this in the paper.
What do you suppose they're up to?
I don't know. We'll find out. At least we know Jimmy Lee was on the right track.
Edward, you're not by any chance saying that Sean Donnelly lied to me yesterday, are you?
Monica, there is absolutely no way on this earth that you can believe Sean Donnelly all the time.
Monica, I want you to get in touch with Donnelly right away. I don't know, maybe there's some way that you can meet this Dmitri Cassidine.
I'm sorry, Edward. I don't really think I have time today.
Monica, make time. This is important.
So are my patients, Ellen, and don't you give me orders. Excuse me, gentlemen. I have a meeting with Buzz Stryker at the hospital.
What a terrific apartment you have, Sean.
Thank you, Dmitri. I hope you'll be comfortable in the guest room.
Absolutely. You have excellent taste. I admire that. I also have excellent taste.
Excellent. I think we're going to make a very good team, Dmitri.
I have no doubt about that.
Fine. First things first, though. Please have a seat here. I'd like to introduce you to the enemy.
The Quartermaines?
Mm-hmm. This is Edward Quartermaine, the patriarch of the clan, and his wife, Lila Quartermaine.
Nice lady. Ah, this one I recognize.
Yes, of course you do. This is Jimmy Lee Holt, Edward's illegitimate son.
Yes. We had a very interesting talk in Sao Paulo.
And this is Alan Quartermaine, Edward's legitimate son. He's on the right. Of course, his wife, Monica, is on the left.
Lovely.
This is Celia, Jimmy Lee's wife, Celia Holt.
She's beautiful. Her name is Celia.
Yes, that's right. You'll be meeting them all very soon, I'm sure.
I am most interested in meeting them, especially Celia.
Oh?
Well, it's only fair, my friend. I have left my beautiful Pilar with instructions to, how shall I say, become a close acquaintance of Jimmy Lee. Naturally, I will be obliged to become acquainted with Celia.
Fair is fair.
Oh, come in, Celia. I want to thank you for getting here so quickly.
Well, yes, of course. Now, what is this emergency, Edward?
Well, there is a new man here in Port Charles, and we have to get to him fast.
What man? Get to him how?
Dmitri Cassidine has arrived in Port Charles from Brazil.
Cassidine, Sean's new partner?
Well, is there any other Cassidine from Brazil?
Well, what do you mean we have to get to him?
We have to woo him socially, throw a big dinner party for him, then move in and do some business.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I'd like to have you get to know him, let him be aware of your personal charms. You know, make sure that he accepts our invitation.
Well, you could invite him yourself.
Oh, come on, Celia, don't be dense. You know, he might turn me down, but if he's half the man that I think he is, he's never going to turn down a beautiful woman.
I don't think Jimmy Lee would like it if he knew you were using me as bait.
Look, Jimmy Lee wants a piece of that Donnelly Cassidine shipping just as much as we all do, and you know it.
Still don't think he'd like it.
Well, Don't you want to help out your husband? I mean, look what Monica's doing for Alan.
Yes, I know. She's convinced Sean that she's his friend to get information from him.
Well, can't you do as much? I mean, come on. It's your turn to pitch in.
Well, I guess so. How do I find him?
Well, there's a picture of him right here in the paper.
Well, Edward, you didn't say he was so handsome.
Well, I'm not interested in his good looks. According to this article, he's staying with Donnelly at the penthouse.
That should make it fairly simple, then.
You'll do it?
For Jimmy Lee and the family, of course I'll do it.
Good girl.
I can't let Monica take all the credit now, can I?
Dmitri, I hope you're well rested.
Yes, thank you. The trip from Brazil is so long and tiresome, as I'm sure you know.
Yes, I do. And I'm sure you're hungry, so I had some lunch prepared.
Thoughtful of you. I'm ravenous.
And I'm ravenous for news of what's happening in Sao Paulo. Were you able to bribe the man in the assay office?
This man was very difficult, Sean. But I managed to convince him that it would be to his advantage to help us.
Do you have the papers?
Here they are. It cost a healthy sum. However, they're authentic and registered if the Quartermaines ever investigate.
Good. Oh, yes. Very well done, Dmitri. Anyone wanting to check will take these papers to be very valid indeed.
As long as our man in the assay office keeps his mouth shut.
You paid him well enough, I assume?
Well, as I said, it was an incredible sum.
Was it enough to make sure he keeps quiet?
Should be. However, any man who can be bribed once can be bribed again.
I guess you're right. I just hope that Edward Quartermaine takes these papers to be the real thing, that's all. Whatever that is. Excuse me a moment, Dmitri. Celia.
Well, hello, Sean.
Oh, this is a pleasant surprise.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't call first, but I knew you'd want to have these.
Oh, yes, please, come in. What are all these, anyway?
Those are files from your office. When I was filling in for Felicia, I took some work home, and I forgot to bring it back.
Oh, I see.
Hello.
Oh. Well, Sean, excuse me. I didn't realize you had company.
Oh, no, that's quite all right, Celia. I'd like to present Mr. Dmitri Cassidine, a business associate of mine just in from Brazil. Dmitri, this is Mrs. Celia Holt.
Mrs. Holt, it is an honor to meet you.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, too, Mr. Cassidine. Where are you from in Brazil?
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, really? What a coincidence. My husband is there just now. He's working construction.
Yes.
Yes. His name is Jimmy Lee Holt.
This is amazing. I know your husband. In fact, he works for one of my subsidiaries.
No, that is amazing.
We had dinner together.
Would you like to join us for lunch?
Well, actually, Sean, thank you, but I've had lunch.
Well, a glass of wine, perhaps, then.
Well, certainly, if you're sure I'm not intruding.
No.
Our business can
not
wait
at
for
all,
the company
not
of
at all.
such a charming and beautiful
Here, I'll take
lady.
your coat for you.
My, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Cassidine, I'm grateful to you as well for spending an evening with my husband. I just hope that you'll allow me to return the courtesy.
With pleasure.
How long will you be here in Port Charles, Mr. Cassidine?
I think that our business should take at least a week, Celia.
A week. That's perfect. Then we'll have a dinner party in your honor, and I won't take no for an answer.
I will be very pleased to accept. If there's one thing a Brazilian cannot refuse, it's a good party.
Here you go.
You were right, my friend. The Quartermaines wasted no time with their invitation.
It's true, they didn't. I shouldn't be surprised that they recruited Celia for this job, but I am.
Why?
Somehow I had the feeling they'd use someone else. Monica, Alan's wife.
Doesn't matter. I mean, the invitation was extended and accepted.
You're right, of course. And I think I'm going to enjoy this little dinner party. We're going to have to casually let them know about those assay papers, though.
How can we do that? And those papers are not something one ordinarily takes to dinner.
That's true. But don't worry about it. I'll think of something. By the way, what did you think of Celia?
She's even more beautiful than her picture. I think I'm going to enjoy my stay in Port Charles.
Yes, she is beautiful. But a child compared to Monica.